Real people, real celebrities, real talk.
Join the Breakfast Club.
Blast off in your
Weekday morning, 6 to 10.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We have the homie Rick Ross in the building. What up, homie?
What up, baby?
Album in stores right now.
Man, the
Mastermind.
album in stores right now. You know I had to come check in with the fam, New York City, 305. What up?
It seems like Ross don't ever stop.
No.
Like it don't ever stop.
We can't, though.
All right.
We can't. You know what I'm saying? We can't. We love what we do. You know what I mean? So we just keep it all the way to the max.
I was like, how is Ross going to make it? He was just at CIAA. Then the very next day, he's in Atlanta. Then the next morning, he's in New York. I'm like, this is just ridiculous.
We here. You know what I'm saying? We here.
Didn't the doctor say one time you got to rest and take breaks and be easy?
Yeah.
Did you listen to him?
I mean, instead of getting 2 hours of sleep every night, I get 3.5 every night. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We growing. We improving. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I woke up the other day and you had an album release party in Atlanta, and everybody was like, oh my God, there was a shootout outside the party. Then I was looking it up on the news, and
right.
It was outside the club, though, where you had yours. Do you feel like that just mars your reputation when things like that happen? It doesn't involve you?
I'm not going to say that. You know what? Just performing in clubs and, things like that, those type of things happen. You know what I'm saying? And, when I finally got the word of what it was, shout out to the DJ, you know what I'm saying?
My guy Bistro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bistro, you know what I mean? He's a super cool dude, so, I don't want to speculate on it, but, they say they hit homie, you know what I mean? So
right.
That was unfortunate. But, other than that, the entire night, it went well, you know what I'm saying? Me, Puff, we went and balled out, you know what I'm saying? Puff and them peeled off right before me. We went out, peeled out, and, you just wake up in the morning to the news, the texts and all that, you know what I mean?
Do you feel like, because you redid Nobody by the great Biggie Smalls, do you feel like that record, redoing something like that can bring negative energy into your life?
I mean, it could, just from a fan's, perspective or opinion, you know what I mean? But at the same time, when you making music and you're an artist, you do this for the ones that see your vision and understand your vision, you underdig? And, when I first recorded the record, before I even took it to Puff, I went and played it for D-Rock. Which is Big's right-hand man, unfortunately.
Big's best friend,
he was in the car with Big when he passed away, So, when D-Rock, gave me love and the go-ahead, that's when I, went over to Puff, so on and so forth.
No, but I mean, do you think, does it scare
needs a
you? Like, you
message.
could be speaking,
You're nobody
you
to
could bring
somebody
things
kills you.
into fruition in your life by saying, you're nobody.
I mean,
it's
it's different ways. It's different ways we all could, look at it and approach it. You know what I mean? We could debate it from both sides, but when you feel you good and you know in your heart you good, you just make your art.
What was Puff's first reaction when he heard it?
First of all, it was, how the hell you get that talk?
Right.
You know what I mean? That was, you know what I mean? I had to make that happen, boss status, you underdig? Because, that was really a Puff session going in on some, you know what I mean?
Oh, he didn't go in the studio and do that for the song?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
That was him, schooling some dudes. And I'm going to keep it clear, it wasn't French Montana. It was him schooling some dudes. And the little homie from Revolt, just politely kept that record button on.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah. So, that's my little homie. So, when he played it for me, I'm like, yo, let's transfer this, man. And we made it right. And when I went and played it for Puff, I kept it 100, told him, I know what the set was. I'll never give up who you was talking to because y'all know him. You know what I mean?
Right. Now how was your relationship with Puff? When we were in North Carolina for CIAA,
right.
I noticed something that was a little weird. We were on stage and security got a little funny. It was a little too crowded. And I seen Puff starting to react. Right. And then I seen you take control, and it was like you were calming him down. It was like I seen that old Puff about to come in and start throwing things, and you were like, "Nah, chill, I got it." And you would. So how was your relationship? Are y'all real tight, or is it just business? Or
the big homie been living in Miami a long time. You know what I mean? And when he came to the city, he did it like a G. You know what I mean? He showed love to all the local dudes. You got some business you want to bring to the table, so on and so forth. So we always had a open door policy. You underdig? But when as I grew, as he grew. We did other ventures together.
Right.
Of course the Ciroc thing, other things, other little low key things, and you know, it was always just a plus. Homie always just brought some positive energy and just gave us game. So, you know, most definitely, you know, when we in those type of environments, you know, just relax. It's Rose, we good, we got this, you know what I mean? So, you know, not that, you know, Puffer, you know, that's that Harlem will come out of homie too. Right. But, you know, I knew we was good, so we just relaxed and enjoyed the night.
You and Jeezy actually recently collaborated on the Mastermind track together.
Yeah.
Do you guys still communicate after that, or was that just let's do this one song together, the show United Front, but we never really gonna be cool like that?
Nah, I'm gonna be honest, it wouldn't even been real. We wouldn't even did it if it was just gonna be like that. You know what I mean? So when we you know, ran into each other, we just put the small talk to the side and chopped it up like bosses. You know what I mean?
How was that first conversation?
Yeah, was it awkward?
I mean,
T.I. said he orchestrated that whole situation.
You know, if Tip spoke to, you know, Jeezy on his side, you know, I really wouldn't know. You know what I mean? But me and Jeezy ran into each other when we, you know, clarified things and moved forward. You know what I mean? It was just one of those situations.
So you got to set the stage for us, man, because y'all was beefing for a while. Where did y'all run into each other?
See, this the thing. It was one of those, you know, it was one of them spots that, you know, I didn't know he was gonna be there and vice versa. And you know, it was one of them little low key spots. You know, you slide through or whatever, and just so happened his team was on the other side of the doors and my team was. So it was just like.
Did everybody grab their guns at first and they were like, oh, wait a
it
minute.
might go down?
Nah, not at all. You
But
know
who
what I mean?
approached who?
I mean, you know, it was just, you know, I came through a door, we was right there. You know what I mean?
Like, oh hey, hi.
Yeah, so it's just like, you know, it's bigger than us, homie. You know what I'm saying? And it was vice versa. Because we would be in the clubs, you know, we would be around each other, and it wouldn't be fair to our teams as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, because, you know, you got homies that'll jump off the roof for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's business for us to get. And it's small talk, you know what I mean? We ain't lose no money. Ain't nobody shed no blood. Let's get this money.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we both seen that vision. So most definitely we chopped it up. We did a record or two. And we talking about some more things that y'all should look out for.
How do you feel about this picture your old nemesis 50 Cent posted on Instagram of you and Diddy? And he was trying to insinuate that y'all might be doing something a little extra.
He said something ain't right.
I mean, was he in his pimping curly mode? If he wasn't in pimping curly, I ain't really moved.
He was regular mode. Did you see the picture or no? You didn't see it?
No, not at all. You know, we don't got time for that. We went and checked the scoreboard. You know what I mean? We running the numbers up high. You underdig? And, you know, that's what it is. You know what I mean? Other than that, put the wigs on for us. That's when we enjoyed it and we laughed.
Right.
Put the wigs on, you know what I mean? Go back to that. Other than that, we going to keep getting this money. You know what I mean? Y'all know what we represent. Y'all see we went in a big way. We got the biggest album of the year just dropping, my 6th solo album. Man, I feel so good. All the real dudes with real legacies, you know, a part of this one. So
Let's talk about getting that money, because you recently bought Evander Holyfield's house.
Right.
Mansion, I should say.
Yeah, let's talk about
what do you
that.
mean with 100 rooms, bro?
Yeah, what are you doing?
In Atlanta
I mean,
now.
sometimes you gotta have options, man. You gotta have options. You gotta have options, baby.
Now, let me ask you, there's been a couple of different rumors about what you're planning on doing with that house.
Right.
Okay, because there was one rumor that was saying you were going to do something with the community, with the kids in the community there.
Mm-hmm.
There's something else where you're going to rent it out for video shoots and movies. What exactly is the plan? Are you going to live there? What are you using it for?
You know, when I first came to Atlanta, the first time I came to Atlanta, the first place I went to was Evander Holyfield crib.
How long ago was that?
Man, this maybe 04.
Gotcha.
Maybe 04, maybe 03. You never know. But, you know, I wanted to go there, you know what I mean, just to see how this brother was living.
Right.
That's inspiration, you underdig? You know, I'm from Miami, and on the other side of the water was $30, $40 million cribs too, but it really wasn't no brothers over there. So, you know, as soon as I got to Atlanta, I went there, we pulled over, and all the homies, we just got out the car and like just smoked one looking for a little while. Like,
Did you claim it then? Did you say, yo, one day I'm gonna own that?
No, I didn't. I should have, but I just was like, you know, this is real.
Right.
You know, the dream is real. You know what I mean? It's serious. And, you know, things like that inspire me. Different things like that inspire me. So, you know, I ultimately later on bought a home not too far from that just to ride by that. That I still got, you know what I mean? And, you know, the proposition presented itself, I moved on it. So what I want to do is, create some little different things where we bring kids from different places to get that same view I seen. You know what I mean? And, you know, spend a little time with them, bring them on the property. You know, have some of my homies from the Heat, have some of my homies from the Hawks, you know, give them some encouragement. Let them know this is real. We could do it as big as you want to do it, and we could do it the right way.
So you gonna live in the crib?
Of course, you know I got to walk around in my Bel Air robe. And
No, but that's great because we were talking about that the other day, how inspirational it can be for young kids to see something like that they might not have never seen.
Of course. That
before.
was, that was just like us playing, when we was kids and, only all we really had to inspire each other was football and sports and so on and so forth. So when we got to see University of Miami football players, we all knew we wanted to go to UM, and that's what inspired us and drove us the whole time. And a lot of dudes who really wouldn't even went to school, they actually finished school just, on that, chasing that dream of football. So it's kind of the same thing when you could get kids out of their element and show them some different things. If it's success you're looking for, if it's being a boss you're looking for, you could do it this way, little homie, and, we're going to give you, better advice than we even had.
Have you slept in the crib yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
You got to hang them chandeliers, baby.
All right.
Now, let's talk about the lyric on Black and White where you said, Trayvon Martin, I'm never missing my target.
Right.
What's that about?
What I'm saying is you can't miss. I'm saying if you black and you in the inner city right now, you Trayvon Martin, homie.
Right.
You got to be accurate. I'm Trayvon Martin. If I'm at the light and a white man next to me tell me my music too loud, I got to be on point. Whatever it is you going to do, you got to be on point because young dudes is dying every day and people going to trial and beating trial and going home like it's all good, and that ain't the way it go. So I feel like if you black and you in the urban community, you Trayvon Martin. I'm Trayvon Martin, and I'm never missing my target. You underdig? If I was there that night, I'm never missing my target. You underdig?
Now, how was...
Do you feel like they go through your lyrics too much now because of the last situation?
I'm going to be honest, that's what I've been working for. I've been working for people to go through my lyrics.
Word.
You underdig? And, anytime I get a platform like this, I'm going to clarify that.
Right. Now, how important is family to you? And the reason I ask is, we were looking at Wingstop today because we was like, Rick Ross says it so much. Let's see what the investment is.
Truth to the matter is, we saw you opened up a new Wingstop in Brooklyn, and we was like, man, let's see how much these things cost. So maybe we need to invest.
No, shout out to the Brooklyn Wingstop. They just been repping with me. They've been holding me down. So but it's another brother in Brooklyn that's holding
that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we thought that was yours.
So I click it and I see your sister, and I see that you and your sister invested in. You got 6 so far.
We got a couple more than that. But,
all right, then they gotta update the website.
But
and maybe all in your pockets. I'm not gonna lie.
I gotta invest, baby. I gotta see.
They keep you updated with the ones that are completely open and running.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, as a matter of fact, I'm in the middle of a 25 franchise deal.
Wow.
Yeah. Shout out to Charlie Morrison. You know what I mean? Super cool dude. And really me getting into this business was just me loving.
Wings.
That's you know what I'm saying?
Lemon pepper.
Right next to my barbershop was Wingstop. You know what I mean? So it was just a love I had. You know what I mean? So when I mentioned it in a song, Philippe's was the talk. Everybody, Philippe, the chicken. Man, I'm gonna go get some Wingstop. So I put it in the record, and it was just, it was just my little vibe. So when I actually, was empowered in a position where I could get one of those, even if it went or didn't, I just wanted to get one because that was something I love. That's what I did. And, of course, 6 months later, I'm seeing a turnaround.
Great.
We need 50 of these.
That good?
Yeah.
Yo, we need one. Breakfast Club.
I love when people post.
No, we're going to talk about that.
I see how much it costs to do. We got that. We can do that.
He already looked up all the information.
I got you.
All right.
I love when people post the pictures of Bel Air with the wings from Wingstop together.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Great combination.
Yeah, it's a beautiful picture.
Now, remember the Jay-Z line when he said, I just read a magazine that messed up my day.
Right.
And I was looking at the Los Angeles Times. They gave Mastermind a bad review. They said it feels like your drug kingpin act feels stale. Do you listen to critique like that?
I can't say I do, man. When I pull up the venues and I see the lines longer than underdig, that's who I'm making the music for. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you got to look at the writer and where the opinion came from. A lot of times they not even in our world. They don't even understand the culture. They just on the surface. They listen to 3 songs and they make a comment or a judgment. But, let's follow up 6 months from now.
Right.
Yeah, that same writer, everybody jot it down. 6 months from now, Let's see just how in tune they are with the culture. Are they even qualified to make a judgment on the culture? We all could sit at home and, but when you represent, certain, platforms, you got to really be in touch with what's going on. And Mastermind, believe it or not, is hotter than anything else that's moving in these streets right now.
Well, I've read other reviews that were pretty good. Like this one review that I have here, it says that, let me see. It says some of the songs feel like a product of Diddy's influence, like the song Nobody, but it also says that you have some more complex tunes like the one with Lil Wayne, Thug Cry, and the one with The Weeknd. They said they're showstoppers, and it proves that you're capable of complex tunes.
A lot of times that's just what I do, man. Y'all know, it's a lot of times, man, you got to realize a lot of people who, they want to be a part of our culture because we are the culture. If you're not talking about Ricky Rose, you're not talking about the culture, homie, because we are part of everything. From the way we dress to what we drive to the music we listen to the artists we bring to the table. You know what I mean? Double MG, Rick Ross, I haven't took one L since I've been in this game. I came in this game in 2006. We've been winning. I'm talking about winning in a major way, you underdig? So, and I'm going to continue to open the door and let people see what we do. You underdig? And it ain't even based on money. It ain't based on none of that. Because if we talking about Holyfield Estate, the crib I live in now is more expensive than that. Right. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna tell you that house.
I ain't gonna tell you it's like, yeah, it was built for $25 million and I caught it for, a little under $6 million. But that's the businessman I am. But, that ain't even what it's about. Like I told everybody, when I came in this game and I started these different campaigns, it's about where you going to be 10 years from now. It's a lot of dudes ain't got a 3-month plan. Double MG, we got a 5-year plan over here.
Now, MMG, you have a bunch of artists. And I remember we had Jay up here. We was talking about Kanye when Kanye ran into the sign and hit his head. He was like, I chuckled. When you heard the Wale Complex thing, did you call Wale after that? When he wilded out on Complex?
Me and Wale talk all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I know Wale. I know how passionate he is. So when I heard him call him, and I laughed right with him.
Right.
I was with him. I'm a ride with my dogs. You underdig? And Wale released a platinum single off of that album. It's a lot of people really enjoyed that album. So if you had 50 choices and Wale album wasn't in your 50 choices, you may need to go back and critique. Like
the
I said,
you got critiquing,
right? And that's just my opinion. You underdig? And but everybody got the right to theirs. Because if I actually took time out and spoke my opinion on a lot of these people, I mess up a lot of these people,
But you have the right to do that, though. You don't put the resume out there.
That ain't my goal. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? My goal is to, bring talent to the table, bring new business to the table. Push the culture forward. And that's what me and Jeezy did. It's bigger than me and Young Jeezy. It's about the South. It's about the culture. And if a lot of other dudes seen that vision, you underdig, they'll probably be in a better position than they is today.
You think something like that could happen with you and 50? That happened with you and Jeezy?
I don't believe so. You understand? Because we just, different people. You know what I'm saying? All my homies eating. All my homies ride Phantoms, Ghosts, Rolls Royces, mansions, 3 levels, elevators, Champagne, Bel Air, Ciroc boys, and we open the door to everybody that want to win.
You need to do travel commercials, man.
No. I'm keeping it real. We open the door to everybody that want to win. You underdig? It's one thing, it take a man of power to start a war, but it take a bigger man to make peace. You underdig? And I'm in that position of power where I could afford to make peace. I could afford to put dudes on, or I could afford to be a problem. But my goal right now is to keep multiplying what we doing. And what we doing right now is way bigger than anybody could gauge. Y'all won't know until I finally sit down and give you the book and say, yo, y'all know when I was coming through, you know what the play was? I was doing this and I was doing that. But I can't tell you everything until I got to put all that in the bank.
That is one thing I would say. Everybody on your team always does say that you take care of everybody.
It ain't even, all you got to do is come to Rose's spot. You going to see how we, the Ferraris are in abundance. I don't know where the keys at. We the first one with the Wraiths. We ain't got one yacht. We got 2 yachts called Rich Forever, and that's open door policy, and that's what real bosses do. That's what real. I want to see my homies sell more records than me. This year, Wale gonna have a bigger album. Meek Mill gonna have a bigger album. Gunplay solo album coming.
I heard that budget got open.
That's my dog. That budget been open. Gunplay got a budget anytime Rose got a budget.
Word.
That's what real dogs do for each other. When you look at these other dudes that was in position of power, ain't nobody else eat. Y'all want to crack jokes and be donkeys, but when you in position of power, you better put your team on. You better feed your family. Same way I ride Wraiths, Khaled ride Wraiths. Gucci Poochie get a new Porsche every year. I don't even know. He got to start paying his half of that garage bill now. Just because when I shine, my homies shine. My family shine. When I buy a Wingstop, it's like my sisters and mama and them bought a Wingstop. I let them cut the ribbons. Y'all better check my IG. This for real, homie. And when you in this position, I don't talk like this with everybody, but, I'm passionate about this. I put in almost 15 years to get on. And when we got on, I got to represent my team now. So when little donkeys do little things, I don't move on that. I represent my team now. That's more important, seeing my little homies get where they need to be than me investing any time with anybody else. And I'm giving them game right now. They better DVR this. You better DVR this. That's how you have this longevity. I told you when I got on, you could sell 10 million one time, or I could sell 1 million 10 times. I told everybody that. And we gonna clean up. We sweeping the streets clean. We ain't leaving nothing on the table.
As a boss, would you ever drop like any of your artists if they weren't working as hard as you?
Most definitely.
Or?
Most definitely. This is, first and foremost a business. We family, but when we come into business together, we making a debt to each other. I'm making a debt to you that, I'm going to work harder for you than anybody else would. I'm going to put you in a position where nobody else want. So when you look at Rocky Fresh, a lot of people that, still studying and getting on him and want to know how he got 2 endorsements, do your homework. He on the Puma tour right now. I got to shout out my MMG team, you underdig? Gucci Poochie, Sherry, Young Sav. I always spread the love. When you look at executive producers, that could have just been Rick Ross. I call those shots. That's say Rick Ross, co-executive produced by Gucci Poochie. My dog from the streets. They still can't believe it. DJ Khaled, day one rapper. That's what you do as artists. When DJs break you, ain't that what you do if you're a boss?
Absolutely.
That's what you do. You take notes.
Envy's still waiting on his MMG.
You underdig? Diddy, you already know that's day one, man. We done got millions together, and we still get more millions. This ain't finna stop. We on a TV channel now. You see, I say we because that's my dog. And if he your dog, you gotta rep it like you own it. You underdig? You got a website. If he your dog, he gotta rep your website like he own it.
Word.
That's how we sit at the table. You underdig? And we much farther than I ever could have dreamed, homie. God is great.
That's what it is.
Do you ever think
I
one more question, though?
Yeah, I got to ask one question from my state, too, South Carolina.
Okay.
Because on the Ashanti remix, you shout out 2 Notch Road.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm not even going. I said that. I said that because we got good memories on 2 Notch Road. Soon as you get in 2 Notch, the Fairfield Inn on the right.
There you go.
I'ma just tell you like this.
There you go.
I'ma leave it like that. I'ma leave it like that. You ain't gonna understand Rose underdig till I'm.
No, I listened to it like 4 times. Like, he just shut up.
Yo, you ain't gonna understand me till I'm 9 digits up on you. That's when I'm gonna fill you in on what the fuck I am.
What you say, E? What's your last one?
No, here's my last question. We talked a lot about loyalty and all of that.
Right.
Do you think about settling down and getting married now? Things are going so well business-wise, finding that special lady.
I ain't gonna say that. That ain't on my mind. You know what I'm saying? That ain't on my mind. It's like my heart right now is in the what I'm doing and what I'm building. You know what I mean? The business relationships we building. It wouldn't even be fair to a female for me to say, I'd be lying, baby. Mm-hmm. You underdig? But we could be cool. I got one of them 100 rooms for you over there.
One of them 100 rooms.
You still got that chance to get it up your a-hole. You.
That's sticking in your a-hole.
Don't do that.
Oh, you don't.
My goodness.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
Rick Ross, the album Mastermind, is in stores right now. Make sure you get it.
Man, make sure you go get this album, man. It's about the culture. Y'all know what it is, man. It's about, just everybody that supported me from day one. You underdig? From my mixtapes all the way up to the first album. In 2006, you know what I mean? Jay-Z brought me up here to New York City. I walked in, I signed the deal. I knew it was real, and I just knew I never knew I would be at this point, but I knew I was willing to sacrifice and do whatever it took to get to this point.
That's what it is. The Breakfast Club, Rick Ross.